We are live now.
And we are live. Happy Sunday to everyone.
Hello.
Hope you all had a fantastic Super Bowl. Uh, I know that I think you had predicted
Kansas City Chiefs are going to win.
that they were going to win.
Yeah.
But your version, or at least your reason for predicting was?
All the conspiracy theories out there because of Taylor Swift.
It was the Taylor Swift Super Bowl.
Yes, it was the Taylor Swift Super Bowl. Yes.
And guys, so happy Sunday for those of you joining us for the first time. This is EBP Man and
Nilda.
And we are here talking about tech, covering the tech that we've reviewed in the week, as well as, you got it, the Apple Vision Pro. Should you keep it or should you leave it? We're going to talk about the pros and cons. And I'm going to actually join this this podcast virtually. So I have these on, but I'm going to be coming in and you're going to be seeing the weirdness of what is me in a couple seconds.
You are weird.
So that's going to be something that we're going to be seeing. And actually, one of my screens got in the way for a second, so we just move it. So I'm actually doing one of these things. I actually have all my notes hovering right in front of me. And then over here, I actually have the screen that we look great, Nilda. I have to show you this, but we look amazing. We have great color. Everything looks fantastic. But we're going to talk about this. We're also going to talk about some new earbuds that came in. We have the Bose. So we have these right here. These are the Bose, and these are the Ultra Open Earbuds. These are very unique, somewhat weird, but they're also very cool.
They look like earrings.
They do look like earrings.
Yeah.
So
for men.
For earrings, yeah, it does.
It does.
They do. They look like earrings for men. And how do I look like with earrings on? Because I've been using them most of the time.
Look okay.
Do they look okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you don't look like, one of those weirdos.
Okay, not big.
They're not bad, doesn't make, I'm looking at you weird right now.
Okay.
Because of that, but I don't look at you weird with the Bose earbuds.
And, one of the things, I know that you brought your own Apple Vision.
I did.
Can we show? This is a prototype that we're working on.
Yes.
So these are the Apple Vision Pros. And Nilda has these.
I can't see anything, but they work.
And they're very affordable too.
They're very affordable. They're like $60.
And what are yours called, first of all?
Mine is the edition of it's the eye massage edition of the Vision Pro.
Okay, so that massages your eyes, but you can't see.
I can't see nothing. So I'm, doing my thing and nothing happens.
You're
but at least I can feel, I can blend in with the locals here. Okay. So
yeah,
that's only for one person. So
well, the cool thing, at least with these,
mine, you can use this. You don't have to go through the whole, You
don't have to go to the store 2 times, spend 6 hours sitting there.
Pretty much, yes.
Like I did.
Yes, just to get a demo.
Yeah. All right. So, guys, let me share with you kind of like what our experience has been with the Apple Vision Pro.
His experience.
And so I've been using it primarily. Nilda has tried it a couple times. She's not a fan of it because of the things that we've been hearing about it. So, first of all, I have had these, and it hasn't been yet 2 weeks. And it's actually, I don't know if I'm 5 days or 4 days in now. So this is what happened when I got these, and you can check out the video that I have had on my channel. What ended up happening was, as soon as I got them out of the box, the same day, I went to the store, I tried them out, and I would encourage you to go into the store and try these out because I think that the experience is pretty cool. I went into the store, tried them out, and says, you know what, I'm going to pick them up. Sticker shock. The starting price on these are $3,499. And by the time you're all done, if you get like the Apple Vision Care, and then if you get the Apple Care, they care to take your money. And if you were to get, what else did I get? And by the way, they didn't have the lowest version memory because they have one that's 256 gig, and then they have a 500 gig version. So no surprise that they didn't have the lower version. All of a sudden,
you think they ran out of it, or you think
I don't know. So you're looking at a little bit over, $4,000. So that's what this is. You have 14 days to keep them or leave them, so you can take them back. Obviously, you don't want to damage them and things like this. And I've done some interesting things with mine. I'm going to turn over to the side a little bit. And the cool thing right now is like I am actually logged in to this podcast, and I actually am seeing on the side right here. Let me show you my hand over here. I am looking at a 200-inch screen, and the screen basically has Nilda and I, and I can see like my show notes
Oh
over
my
here.
God, I must look terrible.
No, you look great. I love your shirt too. Do you want to show everybody what your shirt says?
Yeah, all I want is coffee and Tom Hardy.
All you want is coffee and Tom Hardy. I'm okay with that, guys. So
He doesn't even know I exist.
So what you'll see is I did something to mine. You'll notice that I have a band on top of mine. So this is the Apple band that I put on top, and I actually don't have it situated correctly. So my hair is going to be a mess, but I'll go ahead and spread it out a little bit. There it goes. Now it's a lot better. And I did this, and as you can see on the side here, I did this. This is a 3D printed part. I saw Uncle Jesse had created a part, and basically I had tried his, and then I found another part online, and then I modified it to fit me. So this is my version of someone else's version. And what I did is I put a strap on top, because by putting the strap on top, so yeah, the orange piece is something that I modified and created for me. And then what I have is the strap on top. It has given me better support. So what's happened with these is that they are top heavy, and it pushes down on your bridge of your nose. And Nilda, you tried them for a couple minutes.
Yeah, it was like
describe
about,
what happened to you.
It was like less than 5 minutes. Well, besides it being heavy, I had the, what do you call that? The frame on my skin from having the suction of the Vision Pro on. So you were cracking up, you were laughing to the point where he had to take pictures because it was so funny.
So if you've ever gone scuba diving, or if you've ever gone snorkeling and you put the mask on and when you take it off, how you have the marks on your face, that's what Nilda had. She had Apple Vision face. And it was, the pressure points were just there. So that's one thing that she experienced. She didn't want to do that. And it actually we were going to the charity event here in Chicago.
Yes.
What was it again called?
First Look for Charity.
First Look for Charity.
The Chicago Auto Show, First Look for Charity.
And she definitely didn't want to walk around in the auto show with, a face print on. So basically she wasn't going to use these anymore. And the weight is something that she wasn't really happy with. The other thing I did with these, and if I turn over to the back, and you'll see here on the back, you'll notice that I have this backpack on. Instead of carrying the Apple battery that powers this thing on my side or on a table, I've actually 3D printed it apart. See that part right there? And the cool thing about this part is that it takes the cabling away. So you don't see any cabling like you see other people walking around with the Apple Vision Pro. It also is a lot safer. Even though it's heavy, and it's actually helping me distribute the weight, because in addition to the sling I have on top, it actually is also the back is distributing the weight. So it makes it a lot more comfortable, and I don't experience the pressure that I did when I first had it. And I say it's safer because the cord, most Apple products, when you pull the cord, except for the iPhone, obviously, but for the laptops, when you pull the cord on the laptops, they are magnetic and they come away. And I just opened up a window.
And picked up your movement on your fingers.
Yeah, it picked up my movement on my finger. So I'm going to move that over to the side. So I'll bring my hands up slowly. So basically,
it's very sensitive. It's pretty good on that stuff.
It is surprisingly accurate and not so accurate too. Anyways, so by doing this, I've heard and I've spoken to a lot of my friends, influencers, fellow influencers that have it. They've walked in a bedroom or somewhere in their home, and they've gotten the cord caught with the doorknob. They've gone into the kitchen to get some coffee, and they've had that. And so imagine if you have had earbuds, corded earbuds, and you've gotten them caught. That's what happens with these. The difference is that you ruin this battery. That's a $200 to $300 oops, right? And when you look at the where the battery is connected, let me see if it's this side, it's this side. So I'm going to turn over here to the side. Let me look at my side camera. Okay. So right here, right there, you can see that is the power cord connector. And that is not magnetic. That's actually a twist and lock solution. So if you twist and lock that in and you get that caught when you're walking, we're talking extreme jerk. Like you're talking, your head is going, whoa, all the way back because of how this thing pulls. So by putting this with this backpack, it makes a big difference. I don't know about safety. I don't know about all the issues, but I was just trying to see, what were some of the options that I would have by doing this. So
you look like you belong in a sci-fi movie.
Oh, yes. But I can tell you right now, I can see everything in our studio. I can interact with Nilda well. I can see my show notes. And I'm going to cover with you at least 4 reasons why you should buy the Apple Vision Pro if you have the disposable income to do so. And then maybe 20 reasons why you shouldn't. And so I'm kind of like, Milda and I were talking about this, is like, should we keep it or not? First of all, the coolness factor. Let's just go into the list of the reasons why. This is one of the coolest devices I've seen in a very long time. And you've seen that we've had the Meta products. So Milda actually has her Meta Quest from the last show here. We've had the Meta Quest 3. We actually have the Meta Quest, the Meta Pros, and they're okay, but they're not amazing. They're great for playing games. There's a lot of good stuff there, but this is in a total different league by itself. So coolness factors is there. If you are devoted to the Apple ecosystem, like Apple is your thing, right? And you love all things Apple, and there's a lot of people who are, again, like that. You know, it's something to get. If you want to be able to connect with other Mac devices, like especially your MacBook Pro, not because you want to use this as an accessory, like a different screen or monitor, because this is way too expensive. You can get some nicer screens, or you can get some screens that are going to be more productive. But if you would like to have one of the best, I would say, experiences when it comes to connecting to your Mac, and then having literally your Mac screen in front of you, but super large, even though it's only going to be one screen, then this is going to work for you. If you are a techie, literally, like if you really like tech the way I like tech, and you just want the new thing, right? That's something to get. But I will tell you that this is not a complete product, and that's the disappointing piece. The price for this product at close to over $4,000, this is not complete. This is a beta. This is a beta product, and Apple is rapidly releasing fixes, but it's a beta product. There's no Netflix. There's no YouTube. All that you have out there is Disney Plus. You do have, Max, HBO Max. You have some of the other solutions out there. You have some business tools. So if you look at Outlook is there, Teams is there. There is also WebEx is there, but not all of the streaming services are there. So there's quite a bit that's still being built. And I'll tell you, I had this product for one day and it became a paperweight. As soon as I went in and I started configuring things and creating my avatar, which I'm going to show you my avatar, and my avatar is going to come on. I'm going to join, ask him to join. One of the things that I couldn't do is log into again because there was a PIN problem. So if you basically put in a PIN, you would not be able to log into it. It basically blocked you, even if you know the PIN. So I called it PinGate. I put it on my YouTube channel. I also put it in several areas, hoping Apple will listen. And they paid attention because it was not just only me, but there were hundreds and hundreds of people who had been locked out and were calling Apple. The problem with this defect was that you had to either mail the device in to get it reset or go into a store. And while the people who work at the Apple stores are nice people, they are inexperienced. And
there's not only a few people who know how to use the Apple program.
I literally went into the store. The door was opening. Like before the door opened, the guy was like, "Wait a second, sir. We need to make sure that we have the doors open," because they have these glass doors. If you've been to an Apple store that open up, safety first, safety first. Okay. And there's enough people to attend and to take care of you, was the comment. And there were 21 Apple experts in that store. Big store, right? 21 people. I counted because I was there right before it opened, and I counted all the people that was there. They were having their team meeting. And wouldn't you know, as soon as I got checked in and I was the first, they said, "Sir, it will be 40 minutes. Like, how can it be 40 minutes when I just walk through the door and I am customer numero uno? And you called me and we're saying, like, did they take care of you or not?"
Yeah. Didn't realize you were still waiting.
And I was still waiting. And the answer was, well, we have only a number of associates that are certified to work with the Apple Vision. So 30 minutes into this, someone comes and takes my Vision. They try to reset it. And then 2 hours later, they come back and they say, "Did anyone talk to you?" And I go, "No, I've just been here waiting." And in the meantime, I'm watching how many Apple devices are coming in that don't charge, are not working, have defective batteries. And I came to realize, where is Lord of the Rings? Precious. My precious. Samsung is my precious. I have to say that because I have never seen so many Apple devices coming in for servicing And I'd never had this experience with a Samsung device.
We
Bad speakers,
never.
bad chargers, bad everything. And again, in 2 hours, I just saw it all. And I was like, oh my God, this is what people put up with. And again, I have Apple products, but I don't really use my iPhone as my primary phone. And I just was beside myself. And frankly, the 2 hours passed by because I was watching every single bad experience walk in through the door.
That's awful.
And now the one thing that they do have is that they masterfully are able to fix your phones fast. Like if you have a battery that's exploded, they can do it in a couple hours. They have people that are working this. So anyways, they couldn't fix my vision. And they said, I gave them 3 R's. I said, when I come in today, I'm looking for R, you're going to reset it. R, you're going to replace it. Or R, you're going to return it. And they tried the R for reset. They finally replaced it. So this is a different one. And I am this close to returning it. So let's talk about the reasons why you wouldn't consider this device. And so I'm going to look at.
You missed some other good points about the nice things about them.
All right. So additional nice things. Video experience is spectacular.
It's really good. That I'll give it.
Right?
Yes.
You worn it throughout the house. Why don't you talk a little bit about what you liked about it, and then I'll go with some of the things.
I like that when I was using it for the 5 minutes, that I can not only see what I'm watching on the screen, but I can see in the house, just walk around the house, not crash into things, because, I'm being blinded. And it just gives you that. But the clarity of what comes out through these goggles, it's phenomenal. That I got to give them. It's excellent. And this is creepy.
So this is my creepy avatar, guys.
That is creepy.
Nola said she doesn't want to do this. She says,
no.
I look really old, and it's.
You look like your dad there.
I'm putting myself side by side so you can see the movements on each side. So watch this. This is going to be creepy.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Even your smile looks weird.
Like, I don't know. So, oh my God. Yeah. This is what your avatar would look like if you are doing a video call. So basically, I am using the vision. I am logged into this podcast, which is really cool that I can do this video podcast. And you see me on the side. Has anyone said anything, or any comments? People saying that I'm freaking them out?
Look at this one.
What did they say?
Looking like your dad for sure.
Oh my God! So let me laugh.
Oh my God! I have nightmares tonight.
And look at this. I can do like this.
Oh my God!
And you can see the movement. It's cool that it knows that I took out my tongue, right? I have to say, but it's creepy still. And this is still in beta, and it's still not even close. And I'm not really pleased with it.
I will only do that if it makes me look like J-Lo.
Yeah. So yes, if you could change the face on this. So you were saying, what are the things that you liked about it? Were you saying?
I like that I can walk around and use it. And I like that I can see everything. Everything's clear. Everything's just so crisp. I played video. As I was walking in the house, I was watching one of your YouTube videos, and it was like, this is great. Again, in my case, we just got it. It was the weight that was bothering me, so I didn't last long with it.
Yeah. And so our house, guys, just to give you a sense, we have an open model home. We lived in this home for how many years now?
23.
23 years? Is
Yeah.
it more than that? I thought it was a little bit more than that.
No, 2001.
Okay, so it's been quite some time, and it is an open model home. So basically, there's no walls between the front. As soon as you walk in our house, there's no walls all the way up to the kitchen. You can actually see things. And the bedrooms are on the 3rd level because it's like an open style. I was able to have a screen, like think about a YouTube stream, but in Safari, that was touching the floor on the 1st floor, going all the way up to the 3rd floor, the rafters, taking, for almost the full length of the home. This is crazy. And to my eyes, the quality was really good. Yeah. It was superb.
That
right?
I'm not going to criticize them on that.
And the other thing about it is that even as I'm looking at things right now, and I'm looking at the screens, the one thing that it does a really nice job of is creating separation. So Nilda and I've been using this before I go to bed just to catch up on write scripts, and then also catch up on Facebook. And I was telling you, I was able to put right in front of us a big wall and, just type notes. Like literally, if I put the wall between Nil and I, like right here, I will not be able to see her. Like I'm going to grab my notes right now. Let me grab them. So I have my notes in my hand and I'm going to grab them right now. They're in the ceiling. Let's see if I can grab them right there. And I'm going to put them between Nil and me. So it's right now, it's between us. So right now, you don't see this, but what I see right here is a wall. And the wall has my notes. And as I get closer like this, these things are crispy. I can't see Nilda right now. Even though you can see her on camera, there's literally a wall right here, which is my Apple notes that are right there. And I'm going to grab them now. I'm going to grab it right here. And I'm grabbing it now. And I'm going to put it over here. Oops, wait a minute. Let me grab it. And I'm going to put it back where I had it right there. And now I put it in place. That's how cool this tech works. So you got to give it to Apple. They have some cool stuff. But here are the reasons why I would say, even though it's cool, it's great for media viewing, it's limited. There's not a lot of programs out there. I'm sure they'll be there. First of all, it's too heavy. Second, it's a beta. And for the kind of money that you're spending, you should not pay the kind of money you're spending, several $1,000s for something that's incomplete. The Apple staff, no matter how nice they are, they're great people. They are not trained. You spend a lot of time in the store, and it's a waste of time with people on the phone, and it's a waste of time in the store. Limited applications that take advantage of the AV, the virtual reality capabilities. It does not work at all in dark environments. And I thought this is a killer. So you tell me about what your experience is like. Why don't you talk about that?
What my experience? Which one are we talking about?
The inconvenience. And
you can't use it in the dark. So it's like you're limited. You got to use it during the daytime or in the lighted room. And I don't like the fact that it's a one-person user. If I want to use it, I have to go through all the setup each time I want to use it.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So the configuration is something that if I were to pass them to her, there's no, on your Mac, you can have multiple users. This only has one user. And it is the most immersive. I'll tell you, the other thing, let's talk about it. It's
so cool with the eyes, how I can tell you what, I have to just look at it and it already knows what you're looking at. And then you just pinch it, whatever you got to do.
And you can configure it. It does have some technology for those that have handicaps. Like, for example, if your eyes shake, which there are many people who have vision problems where their eyes aren't steady and you have tremors in your eyes, well, you're not going to be able to control things with this, but you can use your head. You can use your hands for controlling.
Someone says, can this be used comfortably lying down to replicate a TV on the ceiling when in bed?
Yes.
Not in a dark room.
Yes, but not in a dark room. So if you take off that backpack that I have on my head and you just have it on your side, you can lay down and you can watch movies. And the audio on this is so cool. So remember I said that when I was watching that we had videos going and it was high on the wall. When I walked to the left of it, I thought that the Apple Vision audio was messed up because one of my earpieces wasn't working. And what I realized is that it's spatial audio. Because the audio source is to my left earpiece was on. As soon as I turned my head like this and I was looking at the thing right in front of me, the audio, I wasn't going to hit you. I can see you. The audio was stereo. It is crazy. The same thing happened. I left a screen in my kitchen and I went into the basement. So Chicago, we have basements. And the screen stood, was there in the kitchen. And when I looked up, I could see the screen. And while the screen was playing a YouTube video, I could hear the audio above me. The spatial stuff is like, there's no joke. The tech that they have in this thing is incredible. I have to give Apple credit. They've done a fantastic job when it comes to that. And also the immersiveness, like you can go into the moon. You can go all these places, right? There's forest, there is Joshua Tree place, and it is immersive. So immersive to the point where if you basically speak out loud, you get echo.
Yeah.
Right. You saw that?
Yeah.
Right. So anyways.
And it feels like when you're like, you can even watch like concerts or games and you feel like you're on the stage, on the field, like you're right there in the middle,
I think it's going to change. It's going to change. Apple is one of the few companies in the world, given its involvement in sports and all these things that they can make some significant changes. And when you go into the Apple Store and you test this out, they actually show one of their video prompts, or that they use to kind of convince you to get one, is a soccer game. And imagine being on the field. Imagine being behind the goalie net, beyond whichever sport it is, just being there and watching it. That's how immersive it is. They actually have you watch a video of Alicia Keys, and even Apple TV has immersive videos where the movies are taken differently, where it's like you're in the room. It is surreal. It is super cool. But again, is that what you want to do? Because like right now I have this on and I can't share that experience with Nilda. And if I were to share that experience with her, it's going to be with that creepy version of me that you see right there. I don't know. You want to be with that creepy version, because if I look creepy, I can imagine you look creepy. So then we're two creepy people. So again, limited apps does not work well at all in dark. So if one of the things if I'm using it in the bedroom and Nilda wants to go to sleep, with my Meta Pros or my Quest 2s, I'm able to turn off the lights and I'm able to watch content and I don't bother her. With this, you have to have the lights on. It does not work in the dark. That is really, really bad.
I wonder how they plan to fix that.
They need to have some type of IR in these. I'm sure they do, but they haven't turned it on. But it should not require the lights on, and that's disappointing. It's too expensive, and I put comma, way too expensive, comma, way too expensive. Not grammatically right, but I hope you get what I mean. The battery pack is a trip hazard, and it's a physical hazard and can get caught easily on cabinet doors, knobs, desks. And the way it connects to the battery and the Apple Vision Pro is not a breakaway. It's not a Mac solution. It's a bad design. And that I would just tell Apple, bad. This is a bad design.
How long does the battery last?
2 hours, maybe 3 if you're lucky.
How about if you're watching a movie?
Then what you have
3 hours.
Then what you have to do is plug it in. You plug it in, and then you'll be able to. You can actually daisy chain a battery to this battery, and then you'll be able to see it.
How about connecting a controller to navigate the system in the dark?
You can. So you could be able. The one thing that you cannot do yet, and this is because it's beta, is you can't connect the mouse. So you can connect a PlayStation or Xbox remote, Bluetooth to it, but you won't be able to use a mouse, and you can't navigate the same way. So it becomes really, really limited. I have a Bluetooth keyboard that's over there somewhere, and it does have a trackpad. It just you can't connect the mouse, so that kind of sucks, and it kind of messes it up. So we talked about the trip hazard. The solution is again, I put here, and this was the sad part. It is an incredibly immersive experience, visually sensory, rich experience, but it's the loneliest experience that you can have in computing. And that's sad. And when I look at society and I think about how many people are suffering from depression, loneliness, it's very much Ready Player One, right? But you're alone. You're so alone. And the avatars in at least Ready Player One were cool. But this is not. You can see me. I'm not cool, right? I look like I've aged and had a really hard life. Right.
Oh,
so
that's only one night of not sleeping.
Yeah. The software is very buggy and shouldn't. The software is very buggy, and we shouldn't have to pay that much for a product like this. So you can see I got a list of stuff. Moving up. Many complain of headaches. There's a lot of people who are complaining about headaches.
Why?
A lot of people are complaining about eye fatigue. I don't know. And a lot of people
are.
I don't know. It may be because, like right now, even though I can look out, I can see everything that's going on around you. My field of vision, my peripheral vision, is very limited. So I don't see my hand right here. And I'm going to get closer, and I'm going to tell you when I see my hand, so you can see. I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't. Now I can see my pinky. I can't. And now I see my next finger. Wait for it. Now I can see my index finger. Can you guys see that?
Is that you, or that's the Apple Vision?
No, this is the limitation. This is the periphery vision. Again, watch this, guys. God. I'm going to bring this over, and you're going to see. Can't see it. Can't. Now I see my pinky. And I'm bringing it over, and now I can see my index finger and all my fingers right here. That's how limiting it is. So that's why. So if I want to see Nilda, I have to watch. I'm going to basically count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I see you, and I see your nose, and then I'm going to keep on turning, and now I see the rest of your beautiful self.
Oh.
Yeah. So you can see the limitations there. The expectations are that the product is not also for gaming. They don't have a lot of games, and I was surprised because it feels like they needed to get this product out because of their product rollout. And
you think it was rushed?
I think it was rushed. I feel that the release was rushed. I think that Apple needed to make noise, and sometimes negative noise is as good as positive
Everything
noise.
on Instagram and social media.
Yeah, everybody.
It's hilarious.
You see people walking around with these. People taking a shower with these. Like, let me ask you guys this: you guys that are watching, would you walk on the streets of your town, Chicago, or whatever city you're in public, with a $4,000 device on your head? Would you walk the streets without any bodyguards, just on your own with the cable? Let me know in the comment area. Would you do that? I can tell you. Well, let me ask you, Nilda. Would you?
I wouldn't. You didn't even want to walk out the store with an Apple bag because people will know what you had in your bag because that's how big the box is.
They gave you this. I have it over there. They gave you this big white bag. I joked with the managers there. I said, "This is the come mug me bag.
Come mug me.
This is come and get me bag." And they kind of looked at me and they said, because they're like, "Yeah, people see this bag and what are they going to think?" So, any comments?
Victor says no.
Yeah.
Well, now we're healers. Yeah. And then Nick says no chance walking with the valuable out in the open.
Right? Imagine this is.
But isn't that the point that they want you to walk out?
Or
is it just to be within?
Someone
indoors?
will knock you over the head and they'll take your vision, and that's it. So so when I went back to exchange it, I actually asked Nilda. Tell her what I asked you for.
You asked me for another bag because you didn't want to go back with the Apple bag. So I gave you one of a gift bag that I had a huge gift bag, and it fit perfect.
It was like a Christmas bag. It was like if you had an ugly sweater, it would be this bag. It was an ugly bag. And when I walked into the store, I talked to the manager, and the funny thing when I was talking with the manager was literally they said, "So you're gonna give me the mug me bag?" And I'm like, and he kind of looked at me and says, "I have my own. This is concealed." And when I showed him my bag, he started to laugh. He says, "Dude, that's smart.
Yeah,
that's so smart." I go, "Why do you give people advertising that you're walking around with a vision? Like in the box, it's still unlocked. Anybody can knock you off and just take it." So, anyways, those are my comments. Nilda and I, as a couple, we've really been talking about: do I keep it? Do I leave it? And
I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? Should he keep it or should he return it?
Yeah, what should we do? Because should I keep it and continue to report on the improvements? Should I keep it or should I return it because it's just not there? And like, this is not something that I would say you would use all day, every day. You use this for periods of time, and $4,000 is.
Nick says, "I worry about carrying out a new phone or laptop out with an Apple bag."
Yeah, right. That's true.
As soon as people see Apple bag, they know it's expensive.
Yeah. So I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna basically end my creepy guy that's out
Victor
there.
says return.
Yeah. So we have a return. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna see what happens. You're gonna see how my guy will disappear.
Oh my
God.
See
if it boom. Did you see how he disappeared? He disappeared. And we'll see. I'm pretty religious when it comes to this guy.
I'm not really allowed to play with it because I might break it.
She has a tendency of dropping things.
Yeah.
She does. She knows that.
Slippery fingers.
So let me show you this. And my eyes are getting used to being back in the normal world. So, okay.
Does it take some adjusting?
It does. So right now things, I can tell my eyes.
You're looking a little weird right now.
Yeah, I am. I'm like, oh. So this is what it looks like, guys. This is my backpack in the back. And this could be also used on an arm strap, so it's designed for both. And then what I did is I put the second strap, I put it right here because this is actually really nice. This strap, $100, $100, but it can go back too. And then you have the strap in the back and they're all adjustable.
Soft.
But it's very soft, and you can see the front too. So I'll put that gently over to the side. And
Yeah.
that's what we were talking about.
All right. He says, Nick says, will you get 4,000 in ad revenue on AVP videos? Seems like a pretty popular video subject.
That's the one thing to look at. You know, there are people who, like, somebody was looking at Marcus Brownlee's videos. We're talking like the guy gets like millions of views. Every video that he does on this, he's making $200,000. We are nowhere close to that. We are nowhere close to that. But there are people who make the videos, and they're definitely getting the ad revenue, so it makes sense for them to keep them.
Do they end up keeping it? I mean,
I don't think he'll send it back, because again, if in one video alone, the guy's making 200,000.
One video alone,
because he's getting 20 million, 40 million views.
Oh my God.
Those are huge, right? So he's getting a lot.
Dude,
there.
What are we doing wrong?
It's like, I don't know. I'm sad. No, I'm depressed. Maybe get back on my Apple Vision. I'll go somewhere else. All right, let's talk about stuff that's affordable, but not. So these are the Bose, right? Now these are cool. One of the things I have, and I'm going to be doing a comparison if I have them in my pocket. I may have not. No, I don't have them in my pocket. I always carry them. So let me show you these earbuds. These earbuds are really cool. These are open earbuds. And if you guys can see this, I'll put it right here on camera. See how that looks right there? Those are the earbuds. The mic or the speakers right there. And then the back, this thing that you see right here, it basically goes on your earlobe. I'm going to put it on. And I'm going to take off this guy right here. So you can see how it looks. Right?
I just got to give you tattoos.
Now I need tattoos for sure. So this is what it looks like. And these we've been seeing, and I've been reviewing a lot of earbuds, and these earbuds are what they call open earbuds. They basically sit or rest on your ear, and I'll push. Let me see if this might. I can't look and see. Is that coming up on camera there? Is that showing up there?
A little.
Okay. So basically, it looks like an earring. I can wear these all day. They have a 7.5 hour battery life. They have both stereo sound. Yeah, they have stereo sound, and they also have spatial sound, right? They are loud. They sound really good. Great mids, highs, and basses present. And what I like about them is that I can use them independently. So I can wear this one for 7.5 hours. I can then grab this one for another 7.5 hours. And I like, especially when I'm at work, I like having an earbud that I can hear what's going on around me and not suffer the fatigue of wearing something. Also, if you put earbuds in your ears, some people suffer from ringing in their ears. Yeah. Some people suffer from tinnitus. You don't have that problem with these because of how they sit. And at first...
Are you going to use them for work?
Yeah, I am. At first, I thought that this little clamping... Watch this. See how it closes? I thought that this clamping...
Would
hurt. And it doesn't. It doesn't. It is... the way I would put it is, you know how women have, especially those that can't wear earrings because of the infection?
Yeah, the clip.
They have the clip-ons?
The clip-ons, yeah.
The clip-ons put more pressure.
Those hurt.
On your ears than these do. They don't put it, these don't put any pressure. So again, when I grab them and I just put them like this, that's it.
They seem pretty light.
Yeah, they are very light. Now, I've been seeing content creators misrepresenting how these work. I've seen them doing these things, right? And I would say wearing it like this, it's cool. It looks like, think about it. Women, right? Women have piercings all the way up here.
So do guys.
Right? And guys do too. And now like, hey, what's up? I look cool. But you know what?
To give you nice tattoo.
But as I look cool, these, you can't hear anything. They sound horrible when you do this. If you're on a phone call, they sound horrible when you do this.
Because of how high they are?
Yes, because the way this is designed again, that's where the speaker is right there. Can you guys see that? Let's get that a little bit closer. That's where the speaker is. So if you put it all the way up here, it doesn't go in your ear at all. So I was looking at this and I was like looking at these guys. I go, what are you guys doing? Right?
It looks better that way.
And so right here, what ends up happening is, we'll get a little bit closer, the speaker is pointing inside of your ear canal. And then that's when it sounds great. Also, the mic is closer and then it sounds great. So if you see those other people, the way they have it, they're misrepresenting how the product works. You'll never use it that way. Now, it does have a little button here where you can press it and you can change different modes. And again, you get, I think it's a little bit over 20 hours when you have the case, and the case is pretty small. It does not have multi-point technology, meaning that you cannot use them on 2 devices simultaneously. But with both Apple and with the Google ecosystem, when you pair with one device, all the devices know about the pairing, and then all you do is choose that device, and then it disconnects manually and it connects to the other device. So here's the sticker price. But hey, you know what? These are cheap. We've been talking about $4,000, what is it? Ski goggles. These are $299.
Our son calls them ski goggles.
Yeah, $299. $299.
Are you keeping them?
Bose, yeah, these I will, because Bose has done, so these are also, I think, have been rushed, right? I think that the audio quality on this could be a lot better. It's not as good as I would like have them to be in my tests.
Mhm.
So make sure you check out our video and you'll see what the audio tests are like. The music is great. They did a really nice job, but the call quality, which is important to me, is okay. I do expect that they'll have a firmware. It feels like they rushed this out as well to get this out. But I'll endorse it. I'll give it a thumbs up and say, given Bose's history of addressing things with firmware issues, I think they will. So that was the other product that we wanted to talk about tonight and share with you. Those two. And there's going to be, there's other products that we'll be covering in the weeks to come. We have products that have come from CES. We have had the New Year event in China. So there's been a lot of, I would say, holiday and slowness.
When do they return?
They're back this week.
They're back. Oh, we're going to get a lot of stuff.
So this week gets really crazy. So we get emails and start getting, WhatsApp calls and stuff like that. Starting tonight, we should be starting to see that stuff. And I started to see some people already send them messages. We have bikes coming in. I think we have I didn't tell you, we have a tricycle. I think we're going to have a tricycle.
The only one I probably can ride.
Yeah, what I like about it is that
it's an electric bike.
It's an electric tricycle.
You haven't showed me that one.
Yeah, so I think those would be cool. For those of you who have the side hustle or are like doing Uber Eats, that is going to be golden
great.
For that, right? Especially groceries, food, and stuff like that. You can put it in a trike. So that we're still negotiating. We're talking about some stuff right there. We do have a VR. And my hair is a mess. Look at that. But I look better than I hope I look better than my virtual me. See, look at my hair.
I would not date you.
You wouldn't?
You're not your virtual you. Mm-mm.
Yeah. So wait until I see you virtually.
We're good.
Let's see how that looks. Let's see what else. Was there anything else I wanted to share with you guys that we have going on? Yeah, I think that's it. There's just a lot of stuff that we have that I just can't mention yet. But there's definitely a lot of cool things that we're working. Make sure you check out the channel, because more and more things this year, or one of my focuses this year, is to really get back on track with getting our videos out regularly on schedule. So you'll see today a product that will be released after this podcast. It's called Suunto Wing, SUUNTO Wing, and they are bone conduction headphones that are great for athletes. If you're a runner, a cyclist, or you want to be situationally aware. I see more workers, like if you work in a plant or in a factory and you want to be able to listen to music and you want to be situationally aware, which is really important for OSHA reasons, these sit on the outside and you can hear them. What I like about these also is that they have a red light, because they're designed for runners or cyclists. So it has this little blinking thing that makes people see you, which is pretty cool.
That's good. And
the audio quality was really good, as well as the call quality. I was like impressed. They did a really nice job with the call quality. So that was a really nice product.
I know you have something that, I know we can't say the name or anything, but it's coming out. It's what you're using last week on Friday night? No, it was Thursday night. Speaker?
Yes. That's
really cool.
I have a brand new speakerphone for those of you who work from home or go to school from home, whatever, or even if you're in an office. It is the size of a can of soda.
Yes, this is like a can of soda.
And it has a wireless charger, so you can put your phone to charge. You can use it for Zoom. You can use it for Teams if you're connecting with a loved one. And the cool thing about it is that it has everything has AI.
Yes.
This thing has AI voice recognition. So check this out. This is how this works. And we were testing it.
Yeah.
We were testing this with a friend. I basically record my voice. It basically has a script that I read. So I read the script. right? It was a paragraph. And basically, it then knew what my voice sounds like. And when I enable it, it ignores any other noise except my voice. So we were in our kitchen and we had the dogs barking.
The dogs barking, yes.
And what else is going on?
There's a other noise going on in the background, our son, and the person we're talking to could not hear any of that.
Yeah.
No barking.
Yeah.
Our son closing doors or, whatever he was doing. She couldn't hear anything.
Yeah. Now she could hear me very clear, and she could hear Nola because she was really close to the speaker. And the way as the speaker is being used, you also notice the lights. What did you see about the lights?
Yeah, so the lights, well, wherever you're at, where the voices come in, it lights up. So as soon as you're moving, the speaker's picking up exactly where you're at. So if you're like on the other side, the light will light up on the other side, or on the corner, it'll pick up. I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah. So it's a company that we've worked with in the past, very well known. They're in a lot of things, but they're really into audio. We reviewed a lot of the headphones, speakerphones. We did.
We did.
Yeah, we did. We did talk to them. And anyways, it's a cool product. It's going to be coming out and it's going to be released very soon. And I also have mics that are going to be released very soon as well. I can't talk about those. I have 3 mic sets that are under embargo and that the release won't happen until next month. But anyways, there's a lot of stuff going on. So let us know if you have any questions on Apple Vision Pro. If you have any questions on any of the things that we talked about today, these guys right here, the Bose, which I recommend, let us know as well. And we will see you next Sunday.
Maybe. Remember, we have a wedding.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, a wedding.
We will be on location. We have a wedding.
Oh, we'll be flying back.
And we'll be flying. Sunday. We'll be flying back on Sunday. So probably not Sunday. We'll do it the following, but we'll do something where people can see us, and we'll do something. We'll figure out what we can do.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great Sunday, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
See you next time.
You got to click the button. Not me today, because I had my vision on. So she gets to push the button. Push the button. That's power. So much power.
Yes. Good night, guys. Bye.
Good night.
End stream.